Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to do issue 35 of the Bismarck. Now, looking at the packet, I just thought we were doing some whole pieces today, but no, we've got quite a bit to do. I'm also actually going to throw in issue 36 today. Now I know I do my step-by-step videos on each issue and stuff, but 36 is really just putting a label on a cable, so we might as well do that, and then when we go to issue 37 there'll be a lot more to do, hopefully. So here is going to be issue 35 and issue 36 of the Bismarck, so plenty to do. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so we're going to need this part of the Bismarck. We were given some pieces on a sprue last issue. So we need these two pieces here. What we're going to do, we're going to glue these into the two holes that are here. So I've got some glue already on my tray. Raring to go. So I'm just going to make sure there's just enough glue on each of them, which there is. Now we've got like a little bit of a notch just there, and that must be facing towards the range finders. So we'll make sure that is happening. Just like so, and then we'll get the other one on. Oh, that one went in lovely. Okay, so them two pieces are now on. The next is we've got another two of these, and these are going to go into the holes just down here. Now I'm just going to have a quick look. Right, so that notch bit needs to be facing outwards on this bit. So let's get some glue at the ready. Right, I'm going to need tweezers to put these in because they're it's a bit narrow where I need to do it. So 2 seconds while I get my tweezers. Just want to straighten that out just a little bit so that notch is facing the right way. Okay, which it is now. So we will do the other side. Slipped underneath there by accident. Not a problem, that. Right, that's in place. Excellent. So that's them 4 pieces in place. Next we're going to need is these two, I would say they're lockers. Just going to move my tweezers full pouch out the way. Right, so from looking at this, the first one is going to go into these two holes here. And how is it going to sit? Let's have a look. So it's going to sit like that. Okay. Right, that's the first one in. I've actually done this back to front, so I skipped step 4, where the other locker is going, which is going to be here. I don't suppose it matters. That's 1. That's 2. And we'll get the locker. And that's in place just like that. Okay, so moving down the instructions. Right, so the next pieces we need to put in are these bits here. Now, I'm just checking the orientation in which they go. Right, so we need to be, this sort of detail part here needs to be facing the rangefinders. So these could be a little bit tricky to get in because they do sort of go at an angle. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. And just see how that goes. Might need my tweezers for this one. I do know that they go in at a bit of an angle. But that angle is actually going to help us when we put the radar in. So I'll get the next one. So going in again. Okay, I'm happy with that, and then we'll put the other 2 in place. So a bit more glue. That one's in. The next one. Oops. That wasn't its best, was it? Right, okay, they're in. So the last detail that I can see is going to go in just here, which is this detail. And again, we've got a bit of a slant here. So that's going to, the slant is going to face the rangefinders again. Now, I've just actually dipped this in the glue, but I don't think that was the best idea because it's tight getting in there to where it needs to go. Oh, hands are shaking, which doesn't help. Okay, that's in place. Right, moving on to the next bit. what it's wanting us to do now is we need to put on the radar that we did in the last issue. So I'm going to take this wire tidy off, if I can, if it'll let me. Right, okay, so that's the wire tidy off. Thread the wire through there. Now this is a push fit connection. There's no glue required in this stage. So you kind of need to line it up and then push it into place. If you can, just like that. Whew, that was a lot easier than what I thought. Okay, right, so moving on to the next section, we need this part of the Stroop Superstructure deck, and right, I see, we need to thread the cables, all of them. So hang on a second, let me get this cable undone that I just put on with the cable tidy, because we need to thread all these cables down through here. If I can. A little bit tricky, but it's just because the cables are being tied up. You just don't want to go in to where they should be. Right, so all the cables are through. Excellent. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're actually going to screw this together with 4 PB 2x5mm screws. Just excuse me while I get my screw pot. These screws were supplied in the previous issue, so that's why I need to get my screw pot. So PB 2x5, which is these screws, which I've just poured all over my desk like an idiot. Yeah. Right, everything going on today. Right, so I've got all them. So PB 2x5. So I'll get my screwdriver. Okay. I am being very, very gentle with this because I don't want to break off any of that detail. I actually have broken something off and I'm not happy about it, but I can refit it if need be. That's the problem. I don't think they thought about the practicality of this build in forms of you're doing these things, but you need to turn it up and down all the time to sort it. Okay, one final screw to go in, just down here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a cable tidy well, cable tied wire, should I say, because I want to make sure that these are all tied up together. Right, okay, so that's the bit that's come off, which I'll put on back on after I've finished recording the build. And I'll just put them screws away. Okay, right, we've not stopped there though with the detail, because we've got some more to put on. So we've got a bit of a railing down here that we need to do. So the railing is it the long one or the short one? I don't think it... Right, so it's this detail here. I've taken this off the photo etch. This is going to be fun. So one, two, three. Then we've got one at the side that it needs to go into. So we'll make sure that's got some glue in it. Right, okay. As you can tell, me and Photo H don't always see eye to eye. But I'm willing for this build to work with it. I've got that in there, and now just need to one. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the glue to adhere. No, it's not having it. It's not having it. Oh, that's gone in. That has gone in. Excellent. I'm chuffed about that. Brilliant. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to put the next lot of photo etch on. I believe that's around the other side. Yes, that's going to go into this part here. Dab a bit of glue. Now I'm not going to do the side bit just yet, because I've learned from that last piece is I think it's better for the glue to go off on the two pin bits first. So I've got that on. I'm just going to wait for that glue to set a little bit, so that, but as you can see, I've got it on there. I just need to guide it into this area here, guys, and just need to guide it into the last hole. But I'm just waiting for that glue to sort of go off a little bit, which is probably about now, I would say. Then I'm going to put some glue around the hole that it goes into, and just simply get my tweezers and put it in, just like that. Tell you what, so as you can see, that's a bit of photo etch that's on there. Okay, So moving on. Right, so if we take the superstructure away, because we're next working on the hull, just here. And what we need to do first of all is we've got this connecting plate. That's just going to simply sit on there, just like that. And we need to screw that in with some PM 2x4, which have been given in this issue. I mean, this is to the size now where it just rests on your desk quite easily. But I really want to get it to the size where I can put the superstructure deck on it. Okay, so that plate's, that bit's in. Okay, so the next bit is this bit we received today. I'm going to take the protective wrapper off it, and we're just going to put that into place there. See, that's nicely lining up. The problem is with the reflection, because obviously I've got studio lighting in here with me, and yeah, there we go. That's now in place. So one of the last things we've got to do in issue 35 is we've been given yet another bit of stand here. So what I'm going to do is do this to get a thing. So I'm going to put it into there and into there, just like that. Okay, fantastic. Right, so next we're going to do issue 36, which again, it's an easy issue to do. All we'd get is a little packet here. We have a motor here, and we have a label, and we have got a label on a cable situation. And there we go. That's issue 36 complete. So yeah, we've done quite a bit today. We've done issue obviously 35, which was quite a lot of detail and stuff. And then we've also done issue 36, which was, as you saw, a label on a cable. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. And that stages are complete. Well, that's it for Bismarck today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that in the future. If I've got an issue and then the next issue is just simply a label on a cable, or maybe just a piece of hull, I might just combine the two issues into one video. I do have a bit of catch up to do with the Bismarck anyway, so it's just one of them things, but it just makes life a little bit easier than to edit through an entire video and then just to find out that the next issue is just a label on a cable. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe, and please hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.